I'd probably look at her and tell her she's nuts.
I am sacrificing a lot because I'm giving up my family over her.
You have your daughters, you have your grandchildren. I think Jenny is truly making a big mistake. She sold everything she possessed just to move to India.
So if we want to be together, this is what we have to do.
This is my worst nightmare.
I'm an American woman, and I don't want to be told what to wear. Is there anything else that I don't know about?
Who keeps messaging you? Or can they object simply because they don't want us to marry?
Hi, I'm Leo, and this is the most interesting love story you are ever about to see. The love story involves a 60-year-old white woman, a 30-something-year-old brown man from India, Indian parents doing Indian things, and a catfish that results in love. What are the odds of that? Imagine your kid eventually asking like how you guys met, and you're like, oh, he told me he was like a totally different human being, and he lied to me. And then I found out the truth, and now I love him even more. That shouldn't work. But it does, and the couple we're talking about is Sumit and Jenny from 90 Day Fiance. And they somehow make it work despite catfishing each other, him living with his parents and having Eastern and Western traditions clash, the various numerous lies he tells, and also Jenny being the most gullible person I think I've ever seen in my life. It's like Romeo and Juliet or something. This is very different, but it's also somehow endearing at the same time. And I couldn't take my eyes off it when I started watching, not just because it's a brown person and woo! I just thought this was the most odd couple to succeed that I've ever seen. And so without further ado, let's look at this amazing series. By the way, this is a very long series and I will be doing more of these episodes. So if you want me to, please let me know down below, because if you say, Leo, F you, I'm never going to do this again, go back to the cave in which you came from, then I won't ever do another one again. But if you say you like it, I'm here, because I'm invested in this series, and I hope by the end of it you are too. If by the end of the video you do like it, please consider subscribing, becoming a big baby. I'm back in the kitchen where I first started. Shut up. And also, I got Fluffs with me. Fluffs! How you like Australia? Yeah, but enough of that for now. When I need a break from these goons, and I'm looking for a little peace and quiet, I turn to my Raycon earbuds, which happens to be today's sponsor of the video. Deep diving into these videos and topics for you guys can honestly be exhausting. As much fun as I have making videos, I sometimes equally need to zone out and clear my headspace to be able to create new ideas, and I like doing that by using my Raycons. There are only so many times I can hear or see Big Ed or do or say, "What's up, guys?" I don't know why I said it like that. I'm crazy. Raycon's simple control functions make it easy for me to swap from different modes depending on my needs. For example, awareness modes lets in noise from the outside wall so I can multitask, like still being able to hear the laundry machine buzzer go off while listening to my music. All I have to do is hold the right earbud for 3 seconds. I've also been known to bust a move or two in my living room like nobody's watching. These earbuds are sweat and water resistant, so the only thing I'm worried about when I dance is nailing my moves, and not the earbuds slipping out or short-circuiting. Every purchase has an easy and free return guarantee. And yep, Raycon start at half the price of other premium audio brands. If you're ready to buy something small with a big impact, click the link in the description box or go to buyraycon.com/sixteenleo to get 15% off your Raycon purchase. Thanks Raycon for supporting the channel. While you're at it, do follow me at sixteenleo_ on my Instagram. That way you can message me new ideas for the next video. Whew, it is very hot. It's 30 degrees Celsius, which is 600,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Don't look it up. And you know, please send me water because I'm thirsty. You know, thirsty for other things too, like ice water. So yeah, if you don't know anything about the series of these people, Jenny is a white woman from America. Sumit is a Indian man from Mumbai. They somehow meet through fate. And by fate, I mean catfishing. That's how all good love stories start. So I'll let them take it away. Also, to be specific, this is called 90 Day Fiance the other way, which means Sumit is not actually looking for a green card. Jenny is just looking for that Indian D, if you know what I mean. She actually moves to India to be with him because he's so scintillating and sensual. This chicken tikka Bombay dick of it, I'm sorry. He's got something that she likes.
This is all you're taking? Just these 2 suitcases?
I'm not going to be able to take a lot of stuff to India because, you know...
So we start the episode and start the series where Jenny is already ready to move to India to be with her beloved true partner, Sumit.
I'm not going to be able to dress the same there as I do here. I'm not your typical 60-year-old woman.
Oh, have you ever seen a 60-year-old be like, I'm not like the other girls? You can't even say girls at that point. I've never heard a 60-year-old talk like a 20-year-old before. That's okay, Jenny.
I'm leaving in a little more than a week to move to India to be with the love of my life. You know, what you do for love sometimes is unbelievable.
Unbelievably stupid. Love does make you do crazy things, I will admit. Everybody does a few things out of pocket when they're in love. You don't always think correctly. I don't know what's going on in Jenny's head, but she is 60, which means she has a family and grandkids that she's leaving behind.
I have 3 daughters and 4 grandchildren.
7.
I live with my oldest daughter, Christina.
It's definitely been a whirlwind of emotions.
Oh my God, and it's hard to tell these emotions when you don't have real eyebrows. This is just an advert for Crayola. I'm sorry. I was just really hot. But not like India hot. I'm just humid.
I thought I found it once. I was married for 15 years. When I found out that he was leaving me for somebody else, yeah, it was a huge blow to my self-esteem.
So I do want to say, in this series, you always have to look at the nuances. Like, these two really love each other, and then you have to look at the reason possibly why. The fact that Jenny had been in a relationship for 15 years and then the guy left really would do a hell of a blow to her confidence level, and maybe even distrust American men in general if that were the case, if she so saw that. So these are the little things that when I watch the series, I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's something that I'm really sorry that she had to deal with. And like, it probably gives me a little more information as to why she makes some of the decisions that she does make. Even though a lot of them are like, Jenny, what are you doing? You have the IQ of Forrest Gump now. But every now and again, I'm like, oh yeah, I do feel sympathetic for you. I can't say empathetic because my man didn't leave me. Not only because I don't have one, but if a bitch leaves me after 15 years, I'll find a new one. There's the door.
I didn't really think I would ever find love again, to tell you the truth. But one day I was on Facebook and I got a friend request.
When you say the words, I didn't think I find love again, and you follow it up with the sentence, but I was on Facebook, then you didn't find love. You found some other shit that you don't want to go on. I feel really good that Hennessy bottle is kicking in. Like, those are not sentences back to back that you like, or I think I've had the best year of my life. Also, mom is in a coma. I don't know about this, but continue.
From a Michael Jones.
Jenny. Everyone's thinking it. How do you say this without being mean? They should have a thing on Facebook that if you're over a certain age, you input that age, they ask you to put in your credit card information. And if you start typing, it locks you out of Facebook and is like, no, you're going to get catfished or scammed. I'm sorry to say it, but why would he go for you? I know it happens sometimes, but what's the attraction? Over the internet, it's a really bad look.
He looked like an Englishman, dark hair, very tall and thin. Michael's attractive. He was actually like, I think 25 years old.
And you're 60. That means he would have to make another version of himself, live the same amount of years he's done on the earth, and then add 10 to that to catch up with you. And you thought Michael Jones from Facebook, who just messaged you, said, oh, Jenny, I've just seen an angel herself. Show me those 60-year-old pruny ass. I want to get my face in between them. And you thought this was logical, sound, and enough for you to start a relationship with.
Once I accepted his friend request, we did start messaging right away. He just seems kind of silly and fun.
So not only did he friend request you, he's now doing the worst pickup lines of all time on you. Oh, are we at an ocean? Because it's fishy.
He seemed like he just wanted to make me laugh. That's the most important thing, a man that can make me laugh.
Jenny was playing hard to get, and 25-year-old Michael Jones, who has a six-pack and also probably a billionaire, really had to play hardball to get her.
But I was skeptical, like...
Yes, I am a player. I love to play poker and cricket.
Nice.
This was your first tell that the man was Indian. Nobody loves playing cricket unless they're Indian. Like, it's obligation for most people. Like, English people like, oh yes, a game of cricket. I don't really like it, but I guess it's all right. Sticky wicket, old chap. Indians are like, holy shit, get the bat. Even South Africans, like, I have to like cricket. I don't even like it, but I have to. So, you should have known he was from somewhere other than where he said he was. Also, poker is a game where people lie.
Why me? Why was he choosing me? Especially when he's half my age. But I just went along with him.
No, you know what? I'm sorry. He could look at her and be like, that is the sexiest prune juice I ever saw. She's got very nice eyes. I think Jenny is a lovely lady. Not for my age range, because you know there's a certain age range. If you go 60 plus, they're like, oh, that's weird. If you go below 18, that's illegal, you know?
I never told you guys this, but early on, he actually didn't tell me who he really was exactly.
She kept that information from her kids until a week before she was leaving. Can we have a bad decision Jenny counter? We'll put one up for bad decision. And can we have a Sumit lying counter? We'll have one there for him soon.
You were being catfished?
I kind of was. When he realized that he was getting real feelings for me, he confessed to me that he was actually Sumit from India.
If you start a relationship with a lie, what the fuck is the foundation? I get it. So, special circumstances, they actually prove to be a pretty solid couple when they want to be. But my goodness, this is a very bad start to a relationship. Imagine being like, hi, my name's Michael. Psych, it's Sumit. That's already a big red flag, man.
I think it's very weird that he was lying.
Kind of forgave him for everything because I had already grown feelings for him.
I don't care if you're growing apples in the backyard. I wouldn't let my mom go to India or any other country if I knew the person that she liked or loved suddenly was a catfish. I would not. Or I would go with her and be like, no, this is my mom, this is my family. If you fuck with my family, you fuck with me. Godfather. Nobody said it from that movie.
He just was afraid I wasn't going to accept him.
Oh, this is the real Michael Jones. Michael Jalebi.
Because he's Indian. It is risky to trust someone 100%.
I'm not gonna lie, brown men get a very bad rep in dating. I've had friends and personal experiences that are not really favorable because you're a brown man. So I can sort of even empathize with Sumit not wanting to say who he is. However, and this is important, if you are brown or any other man who's going to try and catfish someone, don't. You gotta be who you are, because clearly someone's gonna love you for who you are. Somebody out there has to. There's someone for everyone. That dude who rhymes with Mittler had a girlfriend. If he could do it, you can. That's the new slogan of 2023. Please don't quote that.
It's here.
Anyway, so Sumit catfishes Jenny. Jenny realizes who Sumit really is, and somehow, against all odds, loves him even more. He's like, I don't really want to reverse catfish. I'm perfect with how you look and how you are. I love that. And she actually applies for a visa to then visit him in India, which she gets, and she goes over.
I got my visa.
Why is the picture so small? Is that... Oh, sorry, this has nothing to do with anything. What? This is why people ask to see your visa and they're like, because why don't you make it bigger? You have the whole page. Stupid government.
I was afraid that I wasn't going to get it, and I wasn't going to get to go to India and be with Sumit, and we were going to have to continue our relationship as we have been.
She talks like a teenager, doesn't she? Oh my God, I just got my visa and I don't know if I wanted to see him and Sumit is like my love of my life. On one hand, I want to be like, oh, poor old lady. On the other hand, I'm like, what weird old lady.
I'm going to go to India, we're going to be together, and we're going to have our life together.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go and start a new life with Sumit. So that's why I just recently quit my job.
Holy shit, woman. Can you at least visit him before you do these things? He just catfished you. Oh my God. Here's a piece of advice. If you're going to date someone from another country, visit them first. See if the chemistry works. See if it's something you want to commit to. Yes, maybe they might even be angry if you see them and it's not the same. But wouldn't you rather make the right decision and spare them as opposed to giving up your job, your family, everything, and then moving over and then having complications? Wow.
My plan is to take out all my savings and I'm moving to India in 2 weeks. I'm meeting with a financial advisor because...
And you know he's a financial advisor because he has two fucking straps on either shoulder because he's from 1932 and he talks like this, see?
Will I be able to survive in India off of what I have? The love of my life is in India.
Wow.
The love of my life is in India. Wow, 250 million people in this country and you had to go to India.
What's your boyfriend's name then?
Sumit, so it'd be S-U-M-I-T.
So Sumit, what is he, Indian? Brown? Is that the same? Is he like our Indians or yours? You know what, I'm just gonna write question mark.
And your date of birth, Jenny?
11/1/1957.
And your boyfriend, what is his date of birth? Do you know by chance?
He was born in 1988.
Okay.
57, 67, 77, 87. And he was born in 88. That's 31 years of difference. She's literally been on here twice as long. You reckon you guys could date someone 30 years older than you? Or maybe 30 years younger? So I'm speaking to a certain demographic. If you're like 27 and you're dating someone 30 years younger than you, then you're going to people's bellies waiting for this to happen. That's very, very inappropriate. That's a lot of life that you've had, that you've lived. Age gaps are a funny thing. Like, I don't know, what's your opinion on age gaps? Can someone tell me below what their opinion on age gaps is? Because love don't judge, right? Like, if you're over the age, then you should be free to do whatever you want. And I believe in that. But at the same time, I also think there are a lot of pratfalls in being such a difference in age that there are complications. Like, for one, Sumit and Jenny, having kids would be an issue because of her age. And then also the life experience, the culture experience. There's a lot of things. So I have no opinion on it other than it's interesting.
He's younger than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
By
By
quite
a few
bit.
years.
Yeah, I could count. Yeah, no, 88 and 57. I can do maths. That's why you contacted me.
How much cash do you currently have on hand?
About 6,000.
If she was a really good friend of mine, I'd probably look at her and tell her she's nuts.
Yeah, no, she's acorns. Like, she's a various types of nuts. To go there with $6,000 thinking that this is going to last for, I don't know how long she's expecting it to last, but...
How long do you think I can survive off my savings?
You probably can last for about 6 to 9 months. From the time you get there, it's almost a ticking time bomb.
Yeah, you're gonna have to start acting in Bollywood movies as the novelty white person. I love Bollywood movies. They need more white people, and they need more diversity in Bollywood movies. I'm just gonna say it. They actually do. Like, no, I'm not joking about not the white people. I mean, like, different types of brown people. But anyway,
With the little amount of money that Jenny has in savings, she doesn't even have enough money to buy a car, let alone go to India for the rest of her life.
yeah, then tell her that. Why are you sitting in front of the camera telling us that, you big man? What are you gonna do? She's asking you for advice. Please tell her what she needs to know, as opposed to just fueling her dreams and being like, $6,000? If you buy 6,000 lotto tickets, you might have 6,000 chances of having a good life in that country.
What are your plans if 3 months from now you're out of cash? If you were no longer a U.S. citizen, you will not get your Social Security.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Okay. That's not the reaction that I thought. Yeah, that's a serious thing. You have to really consider these things. I love the idea that love transcends even, you know, what realism is, and you start doing ideological things where you're like, wow, maybe something great will happen. And I like the fact that people take chances with love. However, at the same time, there's a thin line between taking a chance with love and being delusional. And I don't know if I could let a family member do this to themselves without strongly saying that I disagree with that. But it is her decision, and she goes to India. So now we'll take a look at the other person in this relationship, Sumit, the beautiful catfish himself.
My name is Sumit, and I live in Delhi, India. I'm 30 years old, and currently I'm living with my parents. Living with the parents, that's very common in India.
Yeah, at this age, my guy, it's really common around the world. Have you ever seen house prices for fucking millennials? It's over. I'm gonna be living with my mom until she dies. I needed a better word. Crap. I don't like that thought.
My parents, me and my brother are living in the same house. If I will get married, then they expect me and my wife to live with them in their house.
It's actually different in like most other countries, isn't it? As soon as you turn 18, like lots of parents are like, get the out the house, Jimmy. Lots of white parents do that at like 18. I think brown parents especially are more like, let me hold on to my kid until they're like forced to leave the grip of my hands. So there's no real healthy middle. Maybe Italians are like, you stay, you go. Sorry, I was watching Mario. It's not really how they talk.
I work in a call center, and all day I talk with Americans. Hello, my name is Michael Jones, and I'm calling you from the electricity provider.
You know what they need when they do those IT call centers? You know what they actually need if they employed me? I would start teaching all of these Indian people how to do a proper American accent. Because if you can say, hello, my name is Michael Jones, as opposed to, hello, my name is Michael Jones.
How I met Jenny online. When I first saw her photo, I really fell in love with her big blue eyes and beautiful smile.
I have nothing but cute. That's cute. Come on, that's cute. That's just cute.
Okay, yeah, she is older than me, I can say that, but I find her, she is beautiful. I always love white girl.
Oh, motherfucker, you in the wrong country for that. There's 1.3 billion people who are not the color you want. It's the way he said it, too. I always love white girl.
So I sent a picture of different person, pretending that I was Michael Jones. But after 4 months, I started falling in love with her.
So you tell me for 4 months, they didn't call, because if they called, she would have heard, hello, I'm Michael Jones. All y'all did was text. And during that texting phase, y'all fell in love.
My name is not Michael Jones, my name is Sumit. She's saying, oh my God, you are so adorable. I never met any girl who said that to me before.
I know he was laughing, but I genuinely felt like sad when I saw this part. Because it also, like I said before, about the nuances of people, you can see that Sumit has had trouble finding people in India, which, goddamn, bro. There's 1.3 billion people and it's hard. My God, I have no chance then. But, I mean, so this dude, like, probably hasn't been respected or seen as a self-worth as, oh, you're cute or lovable or someone who deserves love. And then he's found it in Jenny, and that's what's led him to her. And for her, it's also the acceptance and the fact that he really, really does seem to love and cherish her. And she's also been disillusioned by the other people in her own country. So you can sort of see why the pieces are falling together. And that's sort of important to understand this relationship.
Oh!
What's
up? So, what's new?
Surprises, like I'm getting married.
What? Yesterday you said your toilet was clogged. What happened between 3:30 and 8:30 p.m.? What the fuck?
Okay.
I'm getting married with Jenny.
Jenny?
Yeah.
Jenny.
That Jenny?
Oh, they told him to do that, 100%. There's only one Jenny in Sumit's life. How many Jennies could this man have?
Seriously?
How old she is?
My age, plus your age, plus his age. And then you add 2.
60s?
Yeah.
Now he is going to marry her. It was... Oh. Let's just say after a couple of months, she
Dies of old age.
wanted to go back.
Oh, sorry.
Sumit, she would need you every single minute like a newborn baby.
Well, she's the opposite of that. She's like an old-born baby. That's the problem, actually. Okay, well, that's the look of pure joy and excitement. I'm gonna put one more for Jenny's bad decisions.
I talked to Sumit online for about 1.5 years.
What? Y'all didn't meet after 1.5 years? That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. After 1.5 years, it's crazy. Before that, okay, it happens. Circumstances. I got you. In a cute turn of events, Jenny said after 1.5 years, I'm not gonna put up with this. Sumit said, all right, I got you a ticket to India. She stayed with Sumit for 4 months with him and his family, but they had some reservations about her wanting to marry Sumit because I guess the age is the real thing. I'm not sure if culture has something to play into this. Yeah, that's the main issue.
When I came back from India, I kind of told my friends that I wasn't going to talk to Sumit anymore. I didn't want people telling me, why are you still talking to him? I mean, nobody would understand.
So then Jenny lies to her friends when she gets back saying she was never going to talk to Sumit again, which I would consider a stupid decision. So, Jenny, 3, Jenny, 3.
Well, you guys remember Sumit?
I would have gave them so many points if she said, do you guys remember Sumit? And one of her friends went, that's Sumit? Then I'd be like, whoa, that's the one.
All this time, I've never stopped talking to him. We still love each other.
Oh my God.
We want to be together. I'm moving to India.
In a weird turn of events, after Sumit's family said that they don't want Jenny to marry Sumit, Jenny, for some reason, still is like, I'm going to marry him because love prevails. She thinks her love is strong enough and Sumit's love is strong enough that they will withstand any issues ever, which is half commendable, half crazy. Perfect amount that you need for love. You get him, Jenny. I'm on your team.
India is a third world country. Women are second to men. And I think she really is going to have problems with that.
I think anyone would have problems with that, but yeah, okay.
I think Jenny is truly making a big mistake. You're there to live there now with this younger man.
That's okay. I don't have a problem with it.
So her friends, rightfully so, tell her their reservations with this whole situation. You're gonna be living there, not just going there for a few months. Also, you don't know what this man is going to be for more than 4 months because he's like half your age. He might be half your maturity, might be half your size. I don't know.
I have children that are old. Older, like his age.
Dating my own son.
Nobody's asking you to. What was that? I can't imagine dating my own son. Like I wouldn't want to. If I was offered, I wouldn't. He's never asked, but if he did, I'd probably, I don't know if I'd say okay.
What is the reason why he wants to marry this older woman that cannot bear children anymore?
God, can you not diss your friend like that? Why would anyone want to marry an old hag who cannot have kids? You tell me why a beautiful, plump Indian man from India, a beautiful country that has 1 billion people, would want to marry someone like you?
The only thing that I can think of that he wants to come to America eventually and get his citizenship. And then he drops her like a hot pancake.
No. That's not true. And this is the constant fallacy that every American seems to think that everyone wants to move to America. Trust me. And especially at this juncture in life and worldview, 2023, I think there's some countries out there that might rival, if not be better. And even India, like if you're in a good place or a decent circumstance, why would you want to move? I love Australia. I don't know if I'd live in America. I don't think the green card thing is even like fair to say since he's never asked to come to America. In fact, I think it would be easier if he came to America to actually visit. Then his family and friends could see him. So I don't know why they haven't done that, but I don't think the green card is the issue at all.
He loves me.
She's leaving her girls behind. She sold everything she possessed just to move to India.
Yeah, she wants that Indian.
Have you spoken to his parents? Yeah. Do they know that you're going back?
No.
Oh my God, Jenny. Four decisions Jenny's made that are just not logical. Are you kidding me, man? You're going to move there for good and you don't tell the parents of the person who are going to stand in the way of your marriage? I have an objection and you guys aren't even married.
You don't know how far family will go through to prevent that marriage to take place.
Have sent someone to hurt me?
Exactly.
Okay, it's not a savage country. It's India. Do you think this is the Russian mafia or something? I feel like American tourists do this. They're like, oh my God. That's not American. Oh my God, this is really crazy. Oh, I've never seen something like it. It's just an Indian street vendor. Well, we don't have that in our country. Okay, so you might hurt me. Nobody's gonna do that, Jenny. This is not the thing that you need to worry about. Everything else is the stuff that you need to worry about.
Should I keep just getting older and older and just stay in my room and talk to Sumit on the phone? Don't think that I don't know I'm taking a risk here, but I'm going to India, okay?
Okay. I mean, she's not wrong. Like, sometimes you have to take the plunge and take the risk, even if it's risky. And maybe for all the issues or problems that we foresee, maybe everyone who's just trying to help her is also hurting her in the process because she just wants to live her life. So, at the end of the day, it's her decision. And all you can say if someone has made up their mind is good luck. So, good luck. Let's see what she does.
In a few days, I'm going to be moving to India to be with Sumit. Because of that, I won't be home for Christmas this year. So I will be celebrating Christmas early with my daughters and my grandkids.
Jenny decided she is moving no matter what. So she's actually moving the date of Christmas to suit her needs. Even Jesus has to be like, oh, shit, all right, well, you're going to see Sumit. I guess I better have Christmas early with you.
I feel pretty bad because we always have like Christmas together and I don't think that she's going to be a part of it. It's gonna be weird without her.
She had like 3 kids, 4 grandkids. She's gonna make some more in Lahore, you know what I mean? Well, that's not in India, that's in Pakistan. But listen, she could go to Mumbai and get high. I don't know how to rhyme things. You know what? She's going to have sex with another man in another country. That's what's happening. Sorry, kids. You just need to know about grandma getting it on.
I hope she comes back here soon.
She's gonna come. And there might be a back involved, but she's not coming back.
Why are they so against it, like, over there?
They're so concerned with what society thinks, and they're afraid that they're going to be talking about their family.
In Eastern culture, reputation is actually quite a big factor in many families and things. Sometimes even so far as to marry into a caste system is still a thing in India. And I know in South Africa that's been a thing as well. And it's really tough and stupid and outdated. In my opinion, I'm sorry for anyone who still thinks that that's cool. Fine, you're entitled to your own opinion, but Jenny's right. It's quite a prevalent thing there. And it sort of supersedes a lot of people's feelings, wants, and needs, unfortunately.
He lives with his family, so...
We're moving into our own apartment.
I know, but don't you think his family are gonna wanna come over for...
No.
Visit?
They're not.
She was gonna say lunch, dinner. What the hell's Indian lunch? Dinner, what? Visit?
They're not.
She doesn't even know. They're gonna come over for some baked meals. They're going to eat that classic Indian dish of butter chicken.
Because they're not going to know where we live, and he's telling them that he's leaving for a job, like to another part of India.
Oh, so he's lying. That's so another great foundational tool of building a relationship. He's lying. Can we add that one to the tally, please? 2 for Sumit. Great job, Sumit.
Damn, that's a lie. Okay.
That's a lie.
I really have only talked to Sumit for about 5 minutes. We don't know one thing about him.
On the contraire, my lady, you do know one thing about him. He's brown. And you found that out the hard way because you thought he was white at the start. So we did find out eventually that he was brown. And if you want to know another thing about him, his name's Sumit. So you know 2 things about him, which means you just doubled your info from 5 minutes ago. I think she's fine. Jenny will be fine. Don't worry about her. She clearly has her life planned out. She's having Christmas on the 8th of November. She's got some real shit happening in her life. Come on.
What scares me the most is he gonna get scared and say, you know what, this, you're on your own?
Over here, people will talk about you, but it's whatever. Over there, I mean, will they try to do something about it?
Yes, there is Indian mafia, but they don't come for old white women. Nobody's gonna do that. Stop with the paranoia, Americanos.
I've talked to him about that, and I'm afraid that, are we going to be harassed? Are we going to be threatened with, like, some sort of a weapon?
A cricket bat. But that's not a weapon, that's just a pastime. And if someone has a cricket ball, that is a great game because, trust me, you can find 21 other cricket players in India. If you just drop the bat, someone will pick it up and then start swinging. So, you're fine. Nobody's gonna hurt you physically, okay? You're fine.
If she's not answering our phone calls for a while, we're gonna start thinking like, oh my God.
We don't have anybody that we can call to check on her.
They have phone service and it is not gonna be no phone service. I don't think they actually understand India is a real country and you can call it at any given time. I'm sure Jenny will have a phone. You can call her. You can get anytime minutes from your local 7-Eleven, which might just have a fucking Indian there.
Something was to happen to you, how would we get you back here?
You can use a flight. With enough money, you can do the things that you think you can't, like call her and stuff. It's not 1306 anymore. You can do these things. It's fine. She'll be okay.
I want to be happy too. When's it my turn? I see you guys hurting. I see my grandkids cry. And I can't stop it. I've gone too far already.
Oh, she's addicted to love. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if she's saying this to convince her kids or herself at this point, but she's obviously past the point of no return. So I'm going to put one up for Jenny for making another rash decision.
I sold all of my belongings. The movers are taking it away. I'm all checked in, you guys. That's it.
All checked in, you guys. That's it. Let's say bye to Grandma, because she's going to be getting some. Unlike you and you, well, you're young. Don't worry about it. But Grandma's going to get some. All right, see you, kids.
Grandma's going to go.
Grandma's going to go so she can come. See you, kids.
Bye. I'm going to miss you.
And just like that, Jenny arrives in India with Sumit, who is lying to his parents about what he is doing and who he's living with. This should be fan-friggin-tastic.
Today I'm gonna tell my parents I'm moving out of the house.
Because I got a job in Mumbai, but the
Plan is that I'm gonna live with Jenny. I need to like them.
I was getting something to fan myself. But did this guy say he's going to tell his parents today that he's moving out? That's going to go down well. Could you not have done it a few days or maybe weeks prior? You knew when Jenny was leaving. Why are you doing it today? Bro, this is the equivalent of my high school days when I had like 20 months to do an essay and did it on the last minute. Oh my goodness, bro. This is not well planned out.
I'm more than scared. You have to stay over here. Let me go and talk with my parents.
Good luck.
Thank you.
You could hear the pain in his voice as if he already knows it's gonna be a problem. Good luck! Thank you. And he goes up and he talks to his parents, telling them that he is moving, saying that he's got a job.
He's already been in there for an hour. He's not answering. He's not answering? He's not answering at all.
You ready for this? Yes, I'm ready for this. You've been ready for how long? 5 years.
So Sumit is talking to his parents, trying to convince him that he's moving out and going to work somewhere else, and he's staying with his friends. Meanwhile, Jenny touches down in India. But Sumit is not there.
Where is he? I don't see him. I'll just stand here and wait till he shows up. I hope he does.
It's as if they don't have phones or numbers or anything. They were talking on Facebook. Could you not contact your mans and be like, hey, where are you?
I don't know anyone else here in India. I can't go to his parents' house, so this is my worst nightmare.
So it looks as if Jenny's been stood up by Sumit. But things get a little better.
Jenny!
Oh my God! There you are!
And they have a warm embrace. After an hour, Sumit turns up. He's dressed up really nicely. He's got a suit on. You know, he's ready to pick his love up.
I can't wait for tonight.
the driver in the car is like, oh God, I thought they were like the tour guide or something.
We're not going to be able to get enough of each other, I'm pretty sure.
And I agree.
Yeah.
The first time I was in India, I stayed with Sumit's parents.
They had an Indian toilet. It's basically just a hole in the floor. You kind of squat over that hole and do your business.
They still got those. You sure that's not just a hole in the floor and they have a toilet and you just didn't know it existed? I mean, I know some of the poor areas maybe, but like, God, damn, all right.
Place I'm living is a business and working hub. A lot of people from my family, they work here. They can find us easily.
Okay, so another problem arises. And by the way, Sumit 3, because Sumit has lied now to his parents as well. There is a problem. Sumit is from India and he has Indian family, which means there's a lot of them and they always are around the area and you could probably bump into one of them. It's like PIs. Normally you'd call them private investigators, now they're just private Indians. And they are probably gonna look and see that Sumit is with Jenny because she sticks out.
For India, this apartment is very expensive. I want to take care of her and I want her to feel comfortable and safe.
So Sumit is a good man. He wants Jenny to feel comfortable. He wants her to feel safe. He's gotten an apartment that costs $350, I think, US dollars a month, which, you know, like in rupees must be quite a lot. In fact, there's a problem. He can't actually afford it for very long, and that is another lie that Sumit has not told Jenny. So we're gonna put another one up for Sumit. 4 different lies at this point. Yes, you want her to feel safe, but also having like long-term security probably would make her feel safer than I want her to feel comfortable for 1 month and then we're back on the street.
I love you more than anything. Like, you were everything. You mean everything to me. You're my life.
I'm happy for Jenny, but like, she just left her family. She left her grandkids and stuff, and she's like, bye. And she got here and she's like, oh, I just can't imagine life without you. You're so good to me. Quite the contrast. Sumit is offering her something that those kids could never, and I know what it is.
You're amazing, and I love everything about you. I don't think there's anything about you I don't like.
That's cute.
I love Jenny, and same time I love my parents. Oh my God. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Jenny is parents, so you know what I mean?
How was it like saying goodbye to your family when you were leaving?
As I already told them that Jenny is coming.
So in a nugget of information, a nugget of truth, Sumit discloses that he actually originally did tell his parents that Jenny was coming over to stay with them. Then he changed his mind and said that he's leaving to be with different roommates and get a job somewhere else. And that coincided with the time that Jenny was supposed to come over. So I'm gonna put that up as one more lie. He's a very bad liar.
You think that they don't have suspicions that
Yeah,
possibly
actually
Jenny's here?
they do.
And you love to come live with...
That's why he asked me, are you you really gonna work?
And you crafted one of the worst lies of all time there, and you seem to be okay with this. They also are questioning whether you're working, which makes me question your work ethic. Sumit is someone who wants to provide the life and everything that Jenny could possibly love and want, but he sometimes falls short, clearly. So the next day, Jenny and Sumit go clothing shopping because Jenny's sort of sticking out in terms of like Indian society, and she needs to start wearing something maybe a little more that fits with the culture.
I don't feel protected in this rickshaw. Oh my God!
You were there for 4 months. Are you telling me you haven't been in a rickshaw in the 4 months you went to visit Sumit? You don't feel safe driving in India? If you do feel safe driving in India, you're not in India. You're in a different country. Are you kidding me? Have you seen how they drive there? Traffic lights don't exist.
But my style is more like, it's more casual style.
Look how beautiful it is looking.
So they go to pick up saris, and the guy's like, come on, bro, check this shit out. Let me model this shit for you. You like that? Oh, it makes your ass look big, so it's pretty good. You better put that on. And by the way, Jenny says that's not her style. She's more than welcome to, not wear it and stuff. I completely respect that. But, in my humble opinion, damn, saris and just Eastern clothing is fabulous.
That one is not my style. To me, it's like what the older Indian women wear. They're considered aunties, and I don't want to be seen as an old auntie in India.
You are 60 and white, so it's kind of a given. Also, I just want to say, I was thinking about it. Next video, if this one gets 10,000 likes, then I'll wear a traditional male outfit, a kurta. I have one, so that would be cool.
I think saris will gonna help her to blend into Indian culture.
I'm an American woman, and we don't like being told what to do. I don't want to be told what to wear.
Jenny does not like being told what to wear. She's an American, even though she's in India and going to live in India for the rest of her life, for the love of her life, and she sees nothing wrong with Sumit. She doesn't like that. So she's still keeping those American traditions alive of not wanting to do anything when she doesn't want to. That's fine, Jenny. And then we move on to the next part where they decide that they want to get married and look at the logistics behind it.
There's no hot water coming through the shower, so we take what's called a bucket bath. You just fill up your bucket with hot water and basically just pour the water over your head and do your thing.
She's painfully American when it comes to these things. I grew up on a farm in South Africa, and that's how normal life was. You didn't have hot water, you had a water tank, and you could boil the water, then you took it in a bucket and you put it over your back. That's just how it was. She's accustomed to a certain lifestyle, and she's going to a third world country, knowingly that America's a first world country, and still expecting the first world treatment sometimes. And that's the stuff on 90 Day Fiance that I could just never get my head around, when Americans especially expect things to be how they like it whilst going to different countries. Sometimes it's just how it is, and you have to get acclimated to that.
I don't like it.
I'm starting to worry that Jenny won't gonna like it here because of hot water and cool apartment. It's my duty to make her feel comfortable in every aspect of life.
Aww, this guy's really it's my duty to make sure that she is having the best possible time, but I cannot even get the water hot. I'm boiling it, and I'm putting it on her head like she's boiling like a potato. Not sure, she's all mushy. Oh no, that's just because she's 60, forgot.
But I have something I need to tell her. I need to take her to some very, very nice before I tell her.
Okay, whatever this is, it's a lie, so I'm putting one up. Sumit has 6 lies to his name at this point because he didn't tell her already, because he's like, I have to take her somewhere nice. The nicer the place is, the bigger the lie. If he takes you to the Taj Mahal, he's been fucking another woman. Really. If he takes you to Denny's, oh my God, it's probably nothing.
Elephants are beautiful, by the way.
Yeah, actually, they specially ordered from Thailand.
Yeah?
No, I don't know. I'm just kidding.
Pathological liar. They're from Thailand. Really? I don't know. I'm fucking around with you. I have some actual some shit to tell you. Really. Don't worry about it.
Now I feel like she gave up a lot, and it makes me feel kind of pressure mentally. That where I was working earlier, I just left the job.
Oh, there's the bombshell. Remember how he said the house was expensive and he doesn't know how long he could live there for? Well, this wouldn't help. Sumit's the only one working, by the way, because Jenny doesn't have a work visa at the moment. So he's the only breadwinner in the family, and he left his job.
I quit my job so I can spend more time with Jenny and help her to adjust here in India.
I'll tell you what, Sumit, you're not going to have much more time with her in India if you don't have a job because she's going to need to go back.
I probably have about 6 months worth of savings. I'm hoping that Sumit plans on marrying me pretty soon because I need to be married to be able to get a work permit and work in India.
Well, the marriage is actually going to cost more than him actually just finding a job. So maybe if you could just find a job within those 6 months, that'll be fine. But yeah, no, Jenny wants to get married. I can see that. It would be nice if they got married. But I don't understand why he would quit his job. This is the classic I sold my car for gas money thing. My goodness, dude. I cannot believe someone actually did that.
I wish he would have told me before he quit his job and involved me in the decision. And so now I'm questioning, like, is there anything else that I don't know about?
Yeah, he's been cheating on you. No, dude, he quit his job so he could spend more time with you. Like, there's not other thing. Like, what else didn't you tell me about? He's there 24/7. It's actually a problem that he's there 24/7. He should be gone longer.
You don't need to concern or worry about anything.
Okay.
Come.
Sumit then says, don't worry, your pretty little head off. I'll figure something out. He is not good under pressure. I will tell you, this man takes on more than he can handle.
How much do they know about me?
The next day, or evening I should say, Sumit goes to take Jenny to meet her friends because they haven't actually met. And now they will all get along, hopefully.
You are the one.
I'm the one and only one.
My mom and dad don't know anything about that. She's here and we are living together. I'm a bit scared.
So the friends meet Jenny. They seem to be fine. They're more concerned over whether Sumit's told his parents about Jenny. And Jenny starts questioning them about like the Eastern tradition and culture. And the friends essentially explain that they don't necessarily have the freedom that maybe Americans or even the Western culture necessarily has. And not every decision is up to them, unfortunately.
Do you want us to come with you when you're gonna tell your parents about her?
They could save you from being killed.
That's what I was thinking.
The only one not laughing is Sumit.
Jenny took a big step, leaving everything behind. Sumit should respect her love, and he should talk about Jenny to his parents.
Yeah, that's a good friend right there. If you could tell him that. Again, there's a lot of people telling the cameras what they would do. If you could just turn the camera and point it at Sumit and then tell him what you told me, that would be great advice for a friend who is definitely in need of that advice. In the midst of them having a conversation, Sumit notices from behind them people at a table making remarks at Jenny in Hindi, presumably. And because she can't understand it, they for some reason think that nobody else at the table speaks Hindi. And they start like saying bad stuff about Jenny, but everyone else can hear it. And Sumit gets angry and defends his woman's honor.
The only reason of this drama is the society.
Why care about what other people think, though? You guys need to get past that.
No, that's a whole societal change, Jenny. Why are you guys thinking about what other people think? Just change it. Okay, we will tell India to stop what they've done for the beginning of India. Yeah, do that, and I'll have a Big Mac. We don't serve beef. Okay, well, you need to change that.
Buddy, please, don't mind. Please don't mind. You are a good guy. You're making us laugh, but still, request from my side, please.
So then Sumit gets angry, he goes overboard. He's like, damn, I'm gonna stand up for my girl because they've been talking about her. And he does it in English, which is the wrong language, because whenever you're angry, you need to speak in your native tongue, your mother tongue, okay? Because if you start speaking in another language, it comes off as just hilarious. And saying the words, buddy, please, you're having a good time, you're making us have a good time, is like the most passively nice thing I've ever heard.
When he starts saying something about Jenny, look at this foreign lady, how much she gonna drink? I will stand up and fight for her every time.
Wow, that's hot. Good stuff, Sumit. But also, those are two statements right there. She is a foreign lady, clearly, and she probably did drink. Not entirely bad from my perspective, but I'm sure he didn't convey the message right. There probably was some words said. But Sumit is standing up for his woman, which is, you gotta give him some brownie points for that.
Listen, man. We are trying.
Oh my God, he's standing up.
No, I'm relaxing, please. We trying to do something showing good for India, and you are doing something which is bad for India.
Showing good for India. The whole country is depending on if he fucks this woman or not. The whole of India is going to be shown on a good light if he shows Jenny a good time. But if you show Jenny a bad time, India is going to get a bad remark. He doesn't even love her for him. He's just a patriot. He loves his country so much, he will a woman from another country just to show them a good time. This dick is representing India right now, okay? So you, buddy, you need to show her a good time because I'm showing her the best of India. You are showing her the worst. And we need to give her a good representation of India. You and me. Maybe we could both give her India from either side, if you know what I'm saying.
Every time we go out somewhere, people are going to be looking at us and judging us. If you don't understand and don't like our relationship, then turn around and enjoy your friends and have your drinks.
It was a sad event. It's sad that Jenny's going to be looked at, and it's sad that people will do that. I guess it's part of being in a culture like that and not clearly, like, physically not fitting in, and it's horrible, to say the least. It shouldn't happen. And I feel sorry for Jenny, but I also feel like good that Sumit actually stood up. And the more he does that, the less people will actually want to tussle with the muscle, if you know what I mean. So good on him and good on Jenny for taking it properly. It's really sad though. The next day they go to start the process of seeing how to legally get married in India and what the process is. And they meet with the Indian version of a barrister. Maybe same thing.
I'm going to go see an immigration lawyer with Sumit.
Immigration lawyer, sorry.
Getting married here is not as easy as Jenny thinks.
Why don't you guys get married in America? I just want to say or think about it. Why don't you guys get married in a country that it is easy? Oh, is it because Jenny definitely wants to live in India? Because it seems like she doesn't. And I don't know why you wouldn't just let Sumit come to America. He looks like a beautiful man who would love the land of America. So I'm just saying, if it's easier in America, why not do it there?
Why are they gonna send a notice at my permanent address?
Because the law provides that.
That means it's going to go to his parents.
So they go to the immigration lawyer and he says, in order to get married, you need to get consent, and it's going to be sent to your original home address, which happens to be the home address that his parents live in. And knowing them as private investigators will intercept his messages, which is not good.
Take for example, you have a wife.
Not yet. He doesn't though. That's what he's trying to do, is get a wife. But you're preventing him from doing that, Mr. I'm gonna guess Singh. You need to actually just help him. Maybe if you put a couple of rupees under the table, maybe a couple American dollars under the table, you could get the stuff done. I need to see these two married. I want to see their married life, okay? I'm trying to see them succeed, Mr. Whatever.
Makes me scared because if they find out everything gonna get ruined, they were the worst thing I ever heard.
Yeah, that's the worst thing he ever... He's never heard a worse thing in his life. He's been living for like 30 years. This is the worst shit I ever heard in my whole goddamn life. This is what happens when you build your life on a foundation of lies. Every time you have to tell the truth, it hurts.
You have to start fighting and start going to courts, and we have to hire lawyers. I mean, how much is this going to end up costing?
I can say they are not very cheap.
All your son has to do, not your son, Jenny, I know, easily confused. All Sumit has to do is stay at the post box every day and just start walking around and be like, yeah, I took up smoking now. Yeah, how you doing? Yeah, no mail. Okay. He just, fuck it, he needs a job. Why doesn't he work at the post office? That way he can intercept the mail that he's giving to his own house and just take it. Oh my God, this is so good. I need to be his friend. Sumit, let me be your friend so I can give you great advice.
What are we going to do now?
We're gonna do something.
What?
For everything.
In a rare moment of like 90 Day Fiance capturing something cool, the two hug each other and Sumit says, keep your faith, which is probably the most reassuring thing that you could say. And this is like a real definition of like a good partner. So it's moments like these that I look at them and I'm like, no matter what I see on the outside, I can see on the inside that they both truly do care for each other. So it's never seemed like a toxic relationship. It's just seemed like an odd one at best.
We love each other. Nobody can keep us apart.
Nobody wanna see us together, cause I am Indian and you are white. The classic Akon song.
Jenny has been with me in India a few weeks. We are happy, but things are going wrong.
Oh. What are we doing? This is the most twisted sentence ever. We are happy, but things are going really bad.
We need to send a notice. That is the only way we have to do.
This is going to take a lot of fighting on both of our part.
Why it matters to anybody else? Like, what the man, why?
It's the nonchalance in which he says it, like, what their man? Why? I mean, perhaps and hopefully maybe you could just talk to your parents so that they don't sue you because they love you because you're their son. Maybe they won't do that and won't try and do something so vile. I don't know his parents as well as he does, so maybe they will sue him, but hopefully talking to them. You never rule out talking to someone and appealing to their better nature. So, I mean, that's a place to start. Maybe by telling the truth, you know. They'll probably look at you in a better light instead of if you lied to them.
I want to be 100% certain that you are going to be able to stand up to them and they're not going to back down and you're not going to come to me and say, I'm sorry, Jenny.
So she's referring to the first time she went over and his parents said, no, you're not marrying this woman. And he was like, okay. But now he's like, no, I'm ready. I'm really, truly in love with you. After 6 years of internet dating, I think I'm ready to take the plunge. And I'm going to fight for you till the ends of this earth. Like you're from Mordor and I'm a Lord of the Ring bearer. That was bad. I know, it's really hot. Can someone give me water?
If we don't get married and I have to leave, I'm telling you right now, that's going to kill me.
Jenny, rightfully so, is saying that there are so many obstacles that are like unnecessary and that have been created by Sumit and his situation that she just can't really take it. And I genuinely think that Jenny's sort of within her right because on one hand, she's deciding to stick with him. And then if you decide to stick with him, then you have to bear all of these obstacles. But on the other hand, she just loves him and she's like, well, if you could just on your end, please make this work because I've done everything on my end. Like I've given up. Literally, I don't talk to my grandkids anymore. I blocked those little bitches on WhatsApp. And I don't even talk to my daughters because they don't deserve me. You deserve me. So you need to give me the same. Tell your family off for me. She's just asking for the same thing that she's put in. And I can completely understand that. So I hope Sumit does what he needs to in order to get married because they both really want to.
Take my shoe off.
90-Day Fiance, why are you filming someone's feet and their toes getting clipped? Also, why did you film her say, take my shoes off? This is disgusting with a capital D.
More here. Who keeps messaging you?
Nothing.
Sumit's way of dealing with things as if they're just going to go away is just saying, no. As if she's not going to question him. She's questioning everything like she's Sherlock Holmes. She's going to find out if you don't tell her. You might as well tell one of them the truth. You can't be lying to your parents and Jenny. Pick one.
My father was keep texting me and calling me. So I just need to step out of the apartment so I can call my father.
You're gonna go to the store, can you take down the trash?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a lie. So that's now 7 lies Sumit's told because he hasn't told Jenny who's texting and calling. And she might even think, oh my God, is he cheating on me? Meanwhile, it's his father who's sexting him, who's calling him, telling him, like, you need to come home. So he's lying about that now.
मैं बोल रहा हूँ मुंबई में हूँ तो live location क्या कर लेगी? I can't believe my dad is asking for my live location.
Because you're lying. Because they're right. If it's right, then you can believe it. Okay?
I want to marry Jenny, but in order to keep this lie alive, then I have to go back home. I know that she's not going to like it.
This is like more complicated every time. This man makes his life extra complicated by not telling anyone the truth. If he could just figure out which one to tell the truth, at least he wouldn't be having like 2-3 lies up in the air at every given time. I feel like it's all gonna come crashing down very soon.
Let's just stop here and talk.
Did you notice that every time Sumit tries to tell Jenny some bad news, he says it in an open area in case he needs to run like O.J. Simpson or something? This man has been lying for so long, he knows how to do it the right way.
My parents are calling me like almost every day. So in order to make them feel comfortable, I need to go back to my home.
Sumit then tells Jenny after taking her to a place that he needs to go back home to comfort his parents in order to then explain to them that he's getting married to her. And she asks how long, and he says he doesn't know, which prompts her to get scared because she's living in India alone. She doesn't speak the language, she doesn't know anyone, doesn't have any transport and can't walk. So it's pretty daunting, and I can imagine how Jenny would feel.
That's not gonna work. There's no way. You can't do that.
I don't know what to do. I don't know anyone. I don't know where to go. And that's why I'm leaving your ass. She starts walking away. Where are you gonna go? You don't know anyone. You just said it.
You just stay home, watch TV. I will make sure that you will get enough supply for food Or if you need anything, you text me, you call me.
Yeah, that's gonna work. You just stay home and watch TV. For how long? I like how he walks her back like he's like, yeah, just go back to the place which you came from, put a lock on the door, I'm gonna see my parents, I'll see you later. That is it. I mean, that's Sumit goes and he tells Jenny that he's going back to smooth things out with his parents, like the smooth criminal he is, and Jenny needs to just stay home and sit it out. These are regular Bonnie and Clyde, these two.
Hey, you guys, how do you get the thing to stop?
This is the opposite of New York City when you're a person of color and you're trying to hail a cab. This is the complete opposite. She's in India and she's white and they're like, no, don't want this trouble. I've never seen that before. I thought, of all things, the Indian people would be like, oh, I need to take her because you might pay me in American dollars, but she cannot hail a tuk-tuk.
And he's not ready to tell them the truth that he's with me. Money's getting low.
She's walking outside like a zombie and things. It's been a few days, I don't know what to do. Walking around the place, I don't know. I'm trying to hail a cab. Honestly, she's actually like a kid. He left her for a few days, she said. And she said, money's getting low, food's not there, she doesn't know what to do. That is really sad, man. This woman crazy.
Maybe this guy will stop for me. I don't know how to make him understand that I want to ride.
Maybe also because the cameras are pointing at this white woman and everyone's like, no. I don't know what this is. This might be like some scam thing, but I'm not falling for this. The Indian people are like, I'm not going to get scammed today. So it's kind of hard. Also, she doesn't know how to speak the language of the people, which would make a lot of people not really want to negotiate with her. No! I guess she has to find a cab now, but she does, I think.
Trying to figure out where this employment agency was, and they must have probably looked so lost.
She's going to the employment agency to find work. Now, I don't know if you remember, but just like an episode ago, she said we need to get married in order for me to find work because I need my visa to come through. So I'm not sure what changed or how she suddenly can find work, or maybe she's just opportunistic, but I would love to see where Jenny goes with this.
I don't know that I can work in India without a visa, but I'm gonna try.
Not legally, Jenny. But this is India we're talking about. And just like many other third world countries, you don't really need it, if you know what I'm saying. If you get what if you pick up what I'm putting down, you know what I mean? You didn't hear it from me, though.
Did you speak English?
No, ma'am.
Job?
Give orange me, give eat orange me, eat.
Job? Okay, you know, understand job?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Do you speak English? Hell no. Motherfucker, I don't really speak anything. Do you understand job? Do you understand greenbacks? Because maybe then I'll understand exactly what you're saying, girl. Okay? Do you understand cultural appropriation? What the hell's that?
तो मैम हमारे यहाँ पे आपके पास कुछ डॉक्यूमेंट्स वगैरह हैं?
I don't understand.
Yeah, how's that gonna work?
और बिना मैरिज के या बिना वर्किंग वीजा के यहाँ काम करना इलीगल है?
You understood that one. Illegal here. Illegal. And he said work visa clearly. I'm sure you could piece those together. Do you have a work visa? If not, it's illegal to work there.
I'm not illegal.
I mean, you knew this already. Also, 90 Day Fiance. I'm sure you guys have someone in India who can translate the language. Jesus Christ. Could you not even call maybe Sumit and be like, hey, buddy, can you please translate what this dude is saying? I'm trying to find a job here. Can you do something? You just sat there and tried to like put together what he's saying. Like it's a 1,000-piece puzzle and you are blind. It's not easy. Obviously, use the help that you have.
Somebody told me not to go out at night, but I don't care. I'm gonna go find a cyber cafe so I can talk to my daughter, Christina.
Why did you wait till nighttime? It is very dangerous. Oh my God. But I don't care. Jenny, this is not like, just because you don't care doesn't mean the whole of the country doesn't care. Not everyone's gonna play by the American rules right now. That's really unsafe. And the only thing protecting you, genuinely and sincerely, are the cameras that are following you around. Because if you were just a girl going out at night, it is very unsafe. So, oh my God, woman. She was like, man, 10:30, gotta find an internet cafe.
I'm walking down the street and I'm feeling so scared. I would like to use the computer, make a video call.
Somehow Jenny finds a way to the computer cafe. She says it's very scary, but it looked like genuinely a nice night out. But she finds a way to the cafe and then calls her daughters.
But it is dark, so a little scary for me to walk over here. But I wanted to talk to you, wanted to see you.
There's something I do need to tell you.
Okay.
I'm pregnant. Nah, it's like Sumit left me. Nah, I mean like not left me. He left me to be with his parents. Not like that, like not like sexually, but he's there because he's telling them he wants to get married. Not to them, to me. All right, I'm gonna restart this call. We'll retry that.
He said, okay, I'm gonna come back home for like a week and then I have to leave again for my job.
Ah, yes, the myriad of problems continue as if they didn't exist in the first place. And now, as usual, the daughter and other people who have common sense are asking common sense questions to try and get common sense answers out of these two people. Something like, hey, why is your to-be husband leaving to be with his family, and lie to them instead of marrying you like he said he would? Yeah, I would say, Jenny, you need to figure this shit out and tell Sumit to figure this shit out, because you guys are not, if you have to keep winding up in internet cafes talking to your daughter about how your man keeps leaving you for his fam. You know what I mean?
Back home, I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
Do you guys have any other plans as far as staying in India, or?
I don't know.
Oh, whoa, hold on. This has nothing to do with the thing. Are you in a relationship with someone overseas? TLC. Oh my God, someone tell me they're in a relationship with someone else and can go on TLC and I can be your inside person. Oh my God. Is anybody overseas? We can do a fake one. Come on, hit me up, someone. Do it, something.
Okay, Mom, well, I gotta go to work, but I love you. Let me know that you get back home.
Okay, I'll let you know.
That is the most rustic looking computer. That looks like an Aztec computer. That looks like a computer the Aztecs went to search porn on. That is crazy, man. What is that? Is this an internet cafe or Aztec porno center? What the hell? Ugh.
Did I make a mistake coming here again? Possible that he doesn't ever want to marry me. Maybe he doesn't want to go against his family.
So Jenny leaves the conversation thinking, yet again, is she the one being put at the forefront and the one of most importance? No. To Sumit, which is genuinely a valid thought from her. So hopefully he learns to put one first or the other, because you can't have both and you have to stand up for what you really and truly want. So Sumit needs to make that decision. Hopefully he does.
I'm staying with my parents for almost a week now, and I really miss Jenny. So I had to sneak out my parents' house to hang out with Jenny.
Yeah, that's a 30-year-old Indian man in India sneaking out of his own house to go to the other house that he has with his 60-year-old girlfriend, to-be wife, Jenny. That's some Eastern shit. That is some beautiful... That's a screenplay that people don't even know how to write because they're like, that's far-fetched. He rented a house, but he's not living there because he's lying to his parents. Oh, it's fantastic, isn't it, Fluffs? You're gonna have to scream. Wow.
I'm hiding from my parents.
Yeah, so Sumit's sneaking out to hang out with his girl, Jenny, and now he's getting a haircut on the street like the gangster he is. And he asks questions like, so what do you do while I'm not here? As if she has anything to do because you left her nothing but the remote and a TV.
I went to go see about getting a job.
What makes you feel like that you need a job?
Because I don't know when...
You not having one is the classic answer to that question, brother.
When did you go over there?
When it's night here, it's day there. So it was her morning.
Wait, did you left at night?
No, chill. Did you leave at night? Give me that razor. No, I'm gonna simulate what could happen at night, okay? Because I'm crazy like that. Yes, I live with my parents and I'm 30, but I snuck out for 2 hours, and in these 2 hours, I'm a gangster. Until I have to go home and feed my mom and then tell my dad how to turn on the HDMI from port 1 to 2 without, like, scaring him.
It's not safe for a blonde hair, blue-eyed, white lady to roam around at night in the Indian road.
Yeah, no, well, first of all, it's not called India's road. The whole country doesn't have one road leading through the country. Secondly, how do I say this in the nicest way possible? With all respect, like, you know, she's definitely in danger, like I said, but not everyone sees her the same way you do. I guess at the end of the day, Sumit just really wants her protection as the first thing. Although, if he's not there, it's hard for him to enforce those rules. And also, Jenny, what the hell is she gonna do? If the internet's not working and she needs to call her kids, what's she gonna do? They gotta figure out a system.
Well, this is where I live now. This is India. I better learn how to live in India, right?
Oh, but also that's one more stupid decision for Jenny, so she's at 6. Sumit's at 7, I think, so he's winning.
I mean, I feel like I'm your mistress or your little sidekick or something. Like,
no, it's not like that. Thing like that here.
Because you're hiding me. Because you're...
Side chick, bro, not sidekick, son. What makes you think you're my sidekick, bro? You're my Robin, I'm the Batman. I don't know about that.
You know, in America, when a husband has a mistress, you know what he does? He rents an apartment for her and he keeps her in that apartment and he hides her from her whole family.
No. Who you think you are, girl? Oh. When a man in America has a side chick, he tells her to leave. Get the fuck out. Whoa, you must be thinking some other stories, lady. Ain't nobody paying for your own accommodation. Girl, you tripping.
I really need you to come back home for good and don't leave me again. He needs to come home. Or are you gonna cause me to go right back to America?
That's her way of doing things. Like, you either come home right now or I leave back to America. And Sumit is put between a rock and a hard place because he's like, my family, I don't know how to tell them that I'm trying to marry a 60-year-old. Or, there's writing here. Sumit has been living with his parents for the past 2 weeks. Last time we saw him, he lived there for a week. And when Jenny asked how long, he said he didn't know. So this is not going good. Yesterday, he returned in the middle of the night to be with Jenny. In the middle of how did he get out the house?
I'm just not happy with him right now. He left me alone, which is something he promised me he would never do.
So today is temple day.
He also promised you he was a man named Michael Jones who was white and 25, so like that didn't materialize. So I don't know how much you can trust the guy who literally changed his skin color, age, and height and everything else about himself the first time you met him.
When I was in my parents' house, they have questions, they have doubts. They asked me for my address where I'm living in Mumbai.
Like I said, the parents really know that this man is a liar because they asked him simple rudimentary questions and he couldn't answer it. Like, where do you work? Where's the address of your workplace? And he was like, don't talk to me. He just doesn't really want to answer those questions. He's out here praying because that's the only thing that's going to save his relationship.
I wanted to tell my parents about Jenny, but I know they're going to try to stop me. So I lied.
This is I know they're gonna try and stop me, so I lied. So yeah, I'll put another one on the tally for Sumit. That's 8 lies in a row. I'm not even sure what he's lying about at this point. Jesus Christ. Him and lying is the funniest thing that I've seen. Like, he just does it so effortlessly. And it's so bad as well. It's not even like he's a good liar. It's just horrible to watch.
Today I'm taking her to a holy place. I have something important to tell her.
Oh my God, he's doing the same thing. He takes her to her place, has enough space where he can run if she gets mad, and she doesn't know where anything in India is, so he can play hide and seek with her. Every time he takes her to an open space, she should know by now he's gonna say some bullshit.
I thought you would be there with me forever and you would never leave again. But of course, family is first. They have a lot of power over you. So what are we going to do to go forward from here?
Yeah, so Jenny should be on the ultimatum because she keeps like hinting towards the fact that she wants to offer him an ultimatum. And like I said, I'm 50% in agreement with her because this dude keeps sort of like flip-flopping. He doesn't really have a definitive answer. And you know, how do I say this in a nice way? Jenny's 60, time's running out for her. She's gonna wake up in the casket, woo, you know. So somebody better make a decision real fast.
I can't tell my parents because they're gonna say something to Jenny. What if she gets scared and now gonna go back to America, then what I gonna do?
I don't know what most of what he just said is. I feel like 90 Day Fiance should actually have subtitles. Because they have subtitles on people who speak English, like Big Ed, and I can understand him. But when Sumit says some gangster shit and I don't know what he's saying, they just expect me to guess. So I don't know exactly what he's saying, but apparently I think he's scared that his parents will scare off Jenny somehow, which is oxymoronic since she's going to go back if he doesn't do anything. So either way, bro, do something about it.
I know. But same time, I love you as well. I never felt this way, like ever, for anyone.
I never knew what love is all about until I met you, 60-year-old Jenny.
I never knew that what is love is all about until I start loving you.
I don't know. He's a romantic and a pedantic all at once. I love to hate him, but I hate to love him.
I want to do a ring ceremony. It's like exchanging rings is something like in front of everyone.
Explaining to an English person what a ring ceremony is really... I like that he did it anyway, though, in case she was, like, stupid enough not to know, like, or even get the inference. So he basically says, I'm gonna basically get engaged to you to promise that I'm gonna marry you one day. Don't you worry. Which sounds nice, but I feel like it's just his way of trying to buy time with his family.
Go on!
So I'm not sure if this is romantic, pedantic, or just frantic at this point, but lock in your answer below.
A ring makes me feel more secure. You know, he's serious about being with me and marrying me eventually.
Eventually. I'm sorry, Jenny, but you remember how he said he doesn't work and how he said he didn't know how long he could have the house for? I don't know about the ring, Jenny. I don't know about this financial decision. Sumit he quit his job because he wanted to spend more time with Jenny, then eventually left to be with his parents. So I don't know about this, man. I don't know. I feel like he should get her like a a 10 rupee ring and maybe a poppadom or something and just get it over with.
This is what every woman wants to hear. And I just don't know how we're gonna get there. Like, I don't know how you're gonna get past your family.
Yeah, this doesn't actually help anything. I don't... Do you hear what you're saying? We didn't solve anything. This is like Sherlock Holmes and someone gives him a piece of candy and he's like, oh, nothing got solved. This is just fucking the same. Okay, alright, this is your relationship. I'm just in your world. So the next day after promising that he's going to eventually marry Jenny, Sumit and Jenny go shopping at his favorite shopping restaurant. Grocery store. Could be either.
I want to show him that I'm trying. I'm adjusting. I'm assimilating to life in India. And I'm gonna try and cook for him now.
That's really cute, honestly. The fact that she is wearing saris and actually trying for him, I can't even fault that. Like, you know, she's really putting forth an effort. And he really does love her for many reasons, clearly. So, I mean, like I keep saying, they're good and they somehow seem to work against all odds, but also there's many problems. So I'm not sure which camp I'm in right now, but the cute moments are definitely cute.
She does good with the cleaning, but the cooking, she needs to learn a lot. I don't know what she was cooking for.
Dissing your wife on the camera is pretty funny. I don't know how she possibly raised 3 big girls. That's shit to me. She probably cleaned it, but I don't know if she got Uber Eats the whole time. Like, I'm not sure. He's straight up dissing his wife in front of the camera. I mean, maybe she does not know how to cook Indian food. Maybe she knows how to cook, like, English food. Indian food is different, so she's trying. You can never fault someone for trying.
Uh-oh. Let me see.
Oh crap, who knows that they're there? There's a knock at the door.
Every time my doorbell rings, makes me worry that...
Well, then you shouldn't worry, motherfucker, because that was a knock. You don't have a doorbell. This house is not equipped for that. You don't even have internet. I'm sorry. I don't know. You're fine, bro. Oh, shit!
Oh my God! What are you doing here?
Oh, okay. So, Jenny's kids came to see her. That's cute. That's cute. Okay. She sounds like a siren. Jenny does sound, she's like a teenage 60-year-old. It's like just when she gets emotional, it's a lot.
So my wife and I decided to come to India.
Sorry, that's her wife. No, it's not. I don't know I actually don't know because Jenny has 3 kids. I've only seen 1. So this is also apparently the first time really that Sumit is meeting Jenny's daughter, who I think is the same age or perhaps even older than Sumit. So it's got to be a little, I don't know. I don't know how I'd feel if I was in that situation. I don't know if I'd feel comfortable, but I mean, they're meeting at the first time and she's cooking Indian food. So, woo!
Meeting Sumit for the first time is awesome. He's a really nice guy. He's a lot shorter than we thought.
Hey, Indians don't have a basketball team. It's fine to be that height. That's a normal height in India, okay? There's 1.3 billion people. The average height is like 2'6". Okay, it's not, but just leave him alone. He's a beautiful man.
You guys are in India, what the hell? This is the best thing that could ever happen.
Well, getting married that would be the best thing. Remember more about the family. Okay. This is the best thing that ever happened, huh? Oh, then everyone gives them a big group hug and everything's fine for the rest of the whole series, right?
I've
I've been in India for a few months now, and my daughter, Christina, and her wife, Jen, surprised me yesterday with a visit. Tonight, we're going out to a nice dinner.
Do you feel weird that she changes his name from Sumit to Sumit at will? Like, he doesn't call her Jenny and then Jenny, like, at any given time. He has one name, and, like, pick one, you know? You know how you tell her, like, you know how you tell him to either pick you or the family? Pick one name and stick with it, please. I don't even know what to call. I'm, like, a few Sumits short of calling him Sharaj or something and just getting it over with. So then, you know, a few days down the line, Sumit and Jenny go to dinner and they take the two other people out, and Sumit is given his time to explain why he really likes her, and he's trying to like sort of not woo, but like impress Jenny's daughter and her partner as well.
Even if she's in a different room, I'm just thinking about her.
If you feel like that, then why are you going to your parents and leaving her by herself?
Rightly so, the daughter comes through and she has an agenda, which is to, you know, protect her mother, which is just what she should do. That's just being a good kid. And she asked the right question to Sumit. If you really love her that much, why aren't you with her all the time, if this is what you say? Now, Sumit is forced to do what he does best and be backed up against the corner and lie his way out of it.
Yeah, I tried to explain. They don't want to understand it.
So how do you guys expect to get past that?
Doing a ring ceremony. It's giving each other a ring.
Somehow, instead of actually answering the question of why he didn't tell his parents, he somehow brought up the ring ceremony and everyone swept that under the rug. This is like a magic trick. Every time he says ring ceremony, everyone's like, oh, okay. And they forget about what the actual issue is. So I want to see what happens next.
So at the ring ceremony, are you going to have anybody from your side of the family at all?
Nobody's coming.
But you wouldn't know if he did, because if he just brought some random Indians, you wouldn't know. And you know what? It could be his family. He wouldn't know. Your relations run deep there. So Run Deep could be his fucking cousin for all I know.
So if they come and you're like, you see them start crying, like your mom and your father, you're gonna say, sorry, Jenny,
yeah,
I can't do this, and you're gonna go back with your family?
Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
This is the time you picked to tell her this? Oh my god, dude. Jesus Christ, this is the wrong time. She's with her family and oh no. Just that one you could have kept to yourself, or you could have told her in private, or you could have told her way before this. This was a bad time to tell her. Oh, he's gonna face some sort of wrath now.
All he thinks about is what my parents want. And they put the brakes on him and he just gets stopped right in his tracks.
If you see your parents upset.
Oh my god, she's doing the evil thing. She's like doing the... You better prepare yourself, Sumit. She's about to scheme.
You're gonna end the relationship. Sorry to say this, but you're not a strong man.
You're a weak, short little man. You're a husk of a man. Little Indian boy. I've seen bigger players play cricket before. I've been watching the cricket. Yeah, you can't even last 20 overs, you small man, you. You look like Joe Pesci, but smaller. Yeah.
Whole dinner, I was feeling like I'm on a hot seat. Hard to go against my parents' Indian parameters. It's a bit different than Americans.
Yeah, no, he's completely right. As I've said this before, the Eastern culture is very different, and I guess sometimes Westerners just don't understand what the rules are, and they're different. And to like outsiders, it seems like, why can't you just do this? But if you're brought up in a different way, it's probably harder to break out of that box. So, you know, points for trying, but I don't know exactly what he's going to do. But at the same time, you gotta let Jenny find someone who is willing to break out of the box, if you know what I mean. I feel like if Jenny just went to Indian clubs, I don't know if they exist, and she just danced, like grinded her pruny ass up on some Indian dude, then Sumit would like snap back to life and be like, okay, I'm gonna marry you right now. You ain't ever doing that again. So she gotta maybe do that, or, you know, go on Indian Tinder, swipe right maybe 3 million times, you know, something will happen.
Because I am gay, I did have to come out to my mom, and the reaction I got from my mom wasn't the greatest.
I'm gay, you're Indian, fix it.
You know, I'm not here to judge you in any way, shape, or form, but...
You called him short, and you called him a weak man like 5 minutes ago. I'm not gonna judge you, but you're short and you're a weak individual. You better fix it, but I'm not judging you. I hope that you fix it.
Tell your parents sooner than later, because eventually you're gonna have to face it.
Yeah, she's not wrong. It's just the way that she does it is so American that he needs to probably put that into the Eastern culture. And then she's saying the right things, but she's not really understanding the hiccups and the divides that come with the culture difference. But yeah, no, she's not necessarily wrong. So hopefully Sumit just mans up, so to speak, and does it. Let's see what he does.
Love you too. Love you too. I wish they could have stayed longer.
Ah, it's time for them to leave now.
Just coming home with us. I'm giving him time.
Mom, you've given him a lot of time, like 7 years.
It's been 7 years? It's been 7. God, Jenny, you were 53 when this shit started. God damn, you could have had a dog and shit. I'm not saying that I'm just saying, God. Bro, if you planted a tree, that shit would have blossomed and like turned into, you would have had shade by now. God damn, Jenny.
This is what he's been telling, it's what he's telling me. I mean, what can I do?
You can stand up for yourself.
Yeah, you gotta give him an ultimatum, Jenny, like you keep trying to, and just do that. You can see that your kids are crying over you. You said it yourself, your grandkids are crying, and you left them. It's been 7 years, you haven't been married, you haven't got engaged, the parents don't like you. I don't know if the parents are younger than you. I don't know anything about this shit. You need to just come back home and tell him when he's ready and mature enough to do it. And by the time he's mature enough, Hey man, I ain't gonna finish that sentence. Again, the daughter says rightfully so he needs to grow the F up, which she's completely right, but she really cares about her mom. And Sumit really cares about her, and she really cares about Sumit. Everyone's really caring about each other. So it's really sad that this shit isn't working. Someone's not caring about someone here because, you know, Sumit's mom and dad are caring about him. There's a lot of Care Bear shit going on. Usually, whenever I watch Care Bears, shit goes right. I don't know what the hell happened for this to go wrong. Maybe it's because Indian and white. That's the problem. None of the Care Bears were Indian. So yeah, after the guests leave, Sumit comes out with a toothbrush in his hand for some reason and says, "We have an intense dinner. I need to talk about it."
I don't really understand what you're telling me.
But I need to talk with them first.
So no ring ceremony?
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment.
Oh, Sumit told not a lie. Can we get, what is that, 9 for Sumit? He said that he promised her a ring ceremony, then took that shit back. Oh my God. That's like giving a kid, like, you know, revealing they have a new bicycle and then getting on it and riding away before they can get on it. Wow. That's a rug pull right there, my guy.
Don't pretend and keep saying this is what we're gonna do if it's not true.
It was not like that. I was not pretending at all.
Did you even buy a ring?
I didn't buy a ring.
Oh my God. He put 10 up for him. Jesus Christ. How can you say this shit? Well, you just promise her anything at this point. Just say whatever you want. And then if you're gonna go back this far on it, then it doesn't matter. I bought you a house. I didn't buy it because it was a bit pricey, but like I was thinking about it.
But what about everything that I left in America to come? My job, my car, my kids.
In that order. I left everything. My job, my car, my kids, my grandkids. Yeah. All of those are equally important in order of most important to least important. The kids, I don't know.
My life will basically just be ruined. All because I listened to you and trusted you and believed you.
Honestly, it makes me feel so bad, like I'm broke.
Money-wise or like hearted or both? Because you don't have a job last I checked, so it could be any of these things. Can you just clarify what you're saying, my guy?
From inside.
Ah, okay, there we go. He's broke from it. That still doesn't really clarify. Is he talking about his wallet?
I'm not a trustworthy person.
Well, that's because you lie a lot and you're not.
The most important part of a relationship is trust.
Which you don't have because you catfished her upon meeting her.
Friend request from a Michael Jones. He looked like an English man.
A few moments later.
He actually didn't tell me who he really was exactly.
Like you were being catfished?
Sumit from India.
You know, out the window as soon as you met. She has to trust that you're gonna lie and then predict what the hell you're doing. She might as well call you second guess Sumit because she's gonna have to.
I'm not making you fool.
And why are you looking down? Why don't you look at me and say that?
That's what liars do. When you lie and you're a kid, you're like this. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. That's how liars. He's like a 30-year-old, 10-year-old, and she's like a 60-year-old, 18-year-old. Like they're just two kids who are in overgrown bodies, and that's what I'm watching. It's amazing.
Can we choose one over another?
You have to.
What do you think?
She give up a lot for me and keep on thinking, then we were gonna get married.
Yeah, Jenny's putting the pressure on him and he's standing up back against the wall, literally at this point, and he doesn't know what decision he's gonna make. An indecisive man he is, and he needs to choose one. Because, as the great Gandhi said, if you don't stand for something, the other person's gonna stand up for you. And if they stand up, then your legs are gonna get cramped, so.
I have a big secret, and the big secret is that I'm married.
Ha! Wait, to who? What? Can we go from 10 to 20 on Sumit lying? That's worth 10 lies. I did not know he was married this whole time. Who's he married to?
What the hell is even that?
Oh my god. Did you see that coming?
No!
Will you do your best to walk us through what happened?
Something happened. I don't know what happened, but something happened. And the last thing we heard was that Sumit was married. And it wasn't to Jenny. Producers received a call, a frantic call from Jenny. They took the earliest flight to India to cover the events as they were unfolding.
He had just come here in the morning and his phone started ringing. He looked at his phone, he's like, oh, you know, and he put his phone on. I said, what, who's calling you? And he went out the door and he said,
Okay, so Jenny's recalling the events as she sees it. Now, Jenny will turn this into like a World War II biopic, but it's probably, you know, she's a juicy storyteller.
Jenny locked the door. 2 minutes later, there was a knock on my door. I opened it and there was a man standing there with Sumit.
Oh my god, he's gay. Holy crap. Oh my, isn't that a twist? Isn't that a twist, Jenny? He's been gay all his life. Wow, just, that's tough.
And he said, hello, Jenny, how are you?
The man or Sumit? Which one? If the man said, hello, Jenny, how are you? That's borderline normal. If Sumit said it, that's even more normal. So, all right, I'm not seeing where you're going with this.
I'm Sumit's wife's father.
Oh, I was thought he was gonna say, I'm Sumit's wife. I was like, wow, this is complex. But I'm Sumit's wife's father. Yeah, that's gotta be a shock to the gonads. That's a boob drop right there. That's a, oh man.
He's married to my daughter for the last 2 years.
You mean to tell me this happened during Jenny's relationship with Sumit, not even before? Oh my god. This is not good. This is really bad. Sumit. And you know, I know exactly the thing that happened. It's not even because he's in love with this woman. It's because he probably like had an arranged marriage and was too spineless to tell his parents no. So he got married out of fear. Oh my goodness gracious me, dude.
How did he marry somebody else? How is it possible to do that?
I don't know, but he made that happen, so I would love to know how a man could get married to someone else and also still have time for another. That's some Polish shit right there. I'd like to see that in a biography if I could submit the other 90-day fiance that I had. I'd really like to see that.
And I said, what am I going to do? I got scared. I ran in my bedroom. Sumit is out there trying to convince his father-in-law that nothing's going on.
So he's lying to the father-in-law now? 21 for Sumit, 21 lies. My goodness, man. Can this man tell the truth to someone? All these lies, he's going to need like a notebook to figure out which life he is for. He might as well, honestly, have an alternate persona called Michael Jones. That way he could split the lies into 2 sections at least. My goodness, dude. You've been married for 2 years. You didn't tell Jenny. Did you tell your parents know you're married, but they don't know about Jenny? Do your friends know you're married? This is so complex. Your lies have like levels to them. I'm gonna give you, don't dap me up for the lying, bro. That's you good at it.
The whole family members, they were all standing in a big circle in the living room. Sumit was up against the wall. He was in a fight stance like this. His cousin was holding him back.
They were doing Indian Fight Club? They were in a circle and he was in a fight stance. Are you telling me this could genuinely be a plot? Sumit, whatever his last name is, could be playing an alternate persona, Michael Jones, the fighter from India? Someone needs to make this happen as a plot. David Fincher, get on this shit. This is fantastic. I cannot believe this has happened. This all unfolded within the space of a day. You know what? He didn't even give his location away. I don't know how everyone found out where he was living. This is just crazy. First of all, Jenny's family just found out where she's living. Now Sumit's other family just found out where he's living. This house must be in the corner of Google Maps headquarters or something, the way that everyone's finding it.
As far as I knew and from what I saw, she looked like she was going to hurt him bad. I was scared. I didn't know how to help help him.
So yeah, what we have is his mom is his opponent in Fight Club, and she's the first opponent. First rule of Fight Club: fight your mom and see if that works out for you. So I guess his mom is just not very happy with his decisions, and she's gonna give him hell. And Jenny is sitting here looking at the ramifications of everything in front of a man who has lied so much that not only did he lie about who he was, but he also lied about the fact that he now has a family, and he didn't tell her about that. I would say for me, that's enough for me to tap out and be like, I'm going home to America. I'm gonna eat some pecan pie and party with my American homies. I can't do this anymore.
But I didn't know he was married. So, I just found out too. So how can I get in trouble for it?
Don't worry, they'll extradite you. Americans will get you out of this. This is not, you don't have to worry about that, but nobody's gonna actually put you in jail. It's his son. You're being a little frantic, but like, damn, that is really a lot to be throwing on this poor woman right now. She did not sign up for this clearly, and she is just in a web of lies. Oh, I feel sorry for Jenny sometimes, but...
And then they were leaving and they took him. They took Sumit, and I haven't seen him since.
Oh, they took him too? Oh my god. Wow, this is quite the turn of events. So Sumit tried to fight. He confessed his love to Jenny in front of everyone. They said, you can't, you're already married, bro. And now they took him away. I don't know what they're gonna do with him. And Jenny's out here crying, and they need to find him. Now it's time for Jenny to be the savior and save her man from impending doom. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but this is quite the love story. Romeo and Juliet could never, and they did never, because there was no like weird Eastern-Western component. This is like, all they need is a ship, and this is like Titanic 2.
I gave up everything. I came to India. We did everything.
Alright, so she's a bit hysterical, and that night she cries. Suddenly skips to the next morning where she goes to the cyber cafe, presumably to tell her family about this. But I don't know what happened in between. Did they find Sumit? I don't know.
I'm worried to tell her because this is what they were afraid of. I don't want to be like looking like a fool, like an idiot.
Better to look like a fool and come home than to not look like a fool and die a fool. So, I'm sure your family will be like, well, I told you so, once they're in the company of yourself. They're not going to do it while you're in India. So please just do the right thing and admit that you're wrong sometimes.
I have some bad news for you. It seems that Sumit has a wife.
Oh!
He has a what?
A wife. He's got a wife. God damn, happy wife, happy life. And he's pretending that she's his grandma. Nah, I don't know about that second part, but...
He doesn't want to be married to her. He never wanted to be married to her. And it gets worse.
Nah, it doesn't need to get worse. If he had 2.5 years to tell you this shit and he didn't, that should be enough for you to walk out the door, man. I really don't know how you can sit there and be like, well, I still love him. And I know maybe you could, but like, that is not, like, he gotta respect you more and actually tell you that, hey, yo, man, my parents are entering me into arranged marriage. I'm gonna get out of it, but like, I want you to know that this crazy lady means nothing. Or something. Just give her the heads up. 2.5 years and this is how you find out. It ain't right.
We didn't know what to do. Like, we were just both, what the hell just happened to us? He was ripped right out of my arms.
He was ripped right out of my arm. That's not what you said the first time. First time you said he was fighting against the wall and stuff. Damn, this is genuinely like Jack and Rose from the Titanic. This is some real Shakespeare type shit. He was ripped right out of my arms. The poor little Indian man was ripped right out of my arms, and he went back to his estranged wife for whom he didn't love but had to be wedded to because of his Indian traditions. This is a book that you need to write, Jenny, and then you get enough money and then you can do whatever you want. Oh my God, just do it.
This was inevitable, and I said that when we were there, and he straight up lied to my face. He lied to Jenny. That is...
Yeah, well, he lied to his Jenny too. It's not, he lied to my face. He just met me and he lied to me. She's been going out with him for 7 years and he's been lying. But this guy has a track record of lying, and we should know this by the initial time that the meeting was based off of a catfish. You should know if there's one thing about Sumit, it's that he doesn't like to tell the truth. He's not able to face his fears. He would rather hide behind a lie than actually tell the truth. And we know this about him. That's his track record. So somebody's got to figure out how to either stop that or leave. Those are your two options.
I don't think that you should carry on with this relationship.
I can't say right now. I don't know.
No. You shouldn't. Like, your kid is right at this point. At this juncture, after this many I told you so's, and the fact that you're in India in a cafe and you haven't seen your husband in days. Also, he has a wife now, and it's not you. He doesn't know when the ring ceremony is. He's living with his parents. He's told you multiple lies. You're staying at home. You don't know where to go. I think it's time. I think it's time to call it. You know?
You need somebody that's going to be honest and upfront with you 100% and that lives in the United States.
I have so many questions for him. I don't even know where to begin.
Who's your wife? What the fuck? How did it happen? Why didn't you tell me? You got some questions. Don't worry, I can help you. We finally catch up with Sumit. I don't know how, but he got in front of the camera and the producer asked, is there anything you'd like to say to the people at home?
But I feel like that if I'm gonna tell her that, Jenny, I'm married, she was like, she gonna leave me alone.
Yeah, she might. And that's basically a consequence that you have to face because of the actions that you've done. You can't just not face repercussions and do the things that you want to do. Like, every action has a consequence or a reaction. And if you're gonna get married and pretend that it doesn't happen, when someone finds out, they have every right to do whatever they want. And that includes leaving, no matter how much you don't want them to. So if you just tell someone the truth, maybe they'll be like, well, you always do that and you seem to be a good, like, I seem to trust you, then it might be different. This is tough. You're playing with it, man. You're playing with it. Sumit told producers that he has been held at his family's home for the last 5 days. They have forbidden him from having any contact with Jenny. This is really like this is a Shakespearean story. The Shakespearean tale of a brown man and a 60-year-old white woman from America. Wow. Producers reached out to Sumit's family and in-laws, but they declined to participate. Today, he told producers that he was allowed to visit with his friend, Niraj.
What's up? Nothing is going on, man.
What's up with you, bro? Why are you wearing a cow as a shirt?
Sumit is in lot of trouble right now.
Did you know that Sumit was married?
Yeah, I knew that.
God damn, you knew that? And you met with Jenny and you didn't tell her? I guess it wasn't your information to tell, but still, god damn. Everybody knew Sumit was lying. The friends that don't hold you accountable share a little bit of the blame. I feel like a little bad that he met with Jenny and didn't tell her.
But Sumit told me that Jenny is coming here and they're shooting the show. And he told me not to tell Jenny or anybody else he was married.
Okay, well, he told his friend not to, so I'm not gonna give the friend the blame. That's really crap, though, that Sumit basically pulled another friend into his web of lies now. This guy's like a Charlotte's Web sort of thing, and he's pulling all his friends into his web like flies, and he's getting them to do little fly lies. Anyway.
I've told you that it's going to be a big mess. Look at your face. You can't even face it.
That's a quotable right there. Someone needs to put this guy up on a poster. Look at your face. You can't even face it. That's fantastic. I love it. That's a quotable. Look at your face. You can't even face it. It's just his normal face. Okay. This guy's like, look, I can see it all over your face. You can't face shit, bro. He just woke up.
A marriage should not get, break here in India. That's what everyone thinks when you want to get rid of any marriage. It's going to be a big drama, and of course, it is now.
So what he was saying is that getting a divorce in India is not common, and if it is, it's like the lawyer said, it's much more of a legal procedure, and it involves much more than just the boilerplate stuff in America. Families are involved, and consent needs to happen, and it's quite a big mess, as the friend is saying. So, man, not only does Sumit now have to marry Jenny, but also has to get a divorce from his current wife. GG, man, GG.
Nobody else should force me to be in a marriage. This is the way marriage is like in India. People do accept that, but not me.
So on one hand, like, Sumit is like maybe the wrong candidate for this. He's like our protagonist and our hero in the story. And by all accounts, he should be like the person that we're rooting for. And we are. On one hand, he is a big liar and a lazy person. But on the other hand, this dude doesn't want to conform to the stereotypes and like rules and regulations of India, which is pretty like progressive and cool. So like there's always like these little things that with him and Jenny that I see that I'm like, oh, that's really cool. And on the other hand, I'm like, well, that is really bad. So on this instance, like, it's good that he doesn't want to get married, and it's good that he wants to live his own way. He should. But now he's gonna have to deal with the ramifications of his actions.
If you say yes, everything you're gonna fix it. And you can still know the police come to my doorstep.
How ugly is this man's daughter that he has to blackmail Sumit into loving her?
Warning, the following footage you are about to watch is real footage of Sumit's wife.
Please just take her off my hands. She eats everything in the cupboard. I don't know.
The reason he can be arrested because his in-laws can put false, blame on Sumit.
Well, that should be a crime. That's extortion. How is that not a crime? What?
They can say that he used to beat his wife, he wasn't good, he's always drunk.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to if they can that's extortion, bro. You just explained that what he did is not illegal, but what they're trying to do is illegal. Y'all telling me y'all don't have one Indian cousin who's a lawyer? Can someone get a lawyer and just make sure that nobody's blackmailing Sumit? Because that's the last thing he needs. As it is, he's having trouble just in his daily life trying to stay afloat. If someone blackmails him, he's gonna go under, man.
They can't do anything about Jenny, but they can do a lot about you.
I'd rather be in jail instead of being in marriage.
What's the difference? You know what I mean? Nah, fix your life, bro.
It took me a long time to finally stand up for myself.
So Sumit is breaking out of the matrix of India. He's standing up for himself. He's finally learning the ropes on how to do this, and he is going to take action. Let's see him do that. 7 days after Sumit was taken away by his family, he told producers they granted him permission to talk to Jenny.
Hey, baby.
Oh my God.
Hey, look, man, this is how you know it's real, because as soon as they see each other, the first thing they do, no matter what, is they hug and they're happy to see each other. They really, like I said, the cute moments is cute.
Why tell me you love me and talk to me every single day and still marry somebody else and not tell me? You told me we were going to get married. Everything was going to be great.
It's been 6 months. How fast does time go in this relationship? I just started. He's like, I met this guy a week ago. Then like a year and a half goes by. 6 years, 7 years, 7.5 years. They've been dating. My goodness, man. And he's been married for 2.5 of them. So, wow. This time just flies by when you're in India.
But you were talking to me that whole time to me.
Yeah.
She was happy the first year.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes they say that she was happy in 4 years.
Okay, so this is really the wrong time to be doing this, bro. I don't know if this even needs to come out since you've been lying about everything. Maybe that's the thing you shouldn't have been honest about. He's like, yeah, the first year I tried so hard to make her happy. I tried to do all of the shit to her. I tried Kama Sutra, all positions. She's not a really happy girl. Why, bro? Why would you not lie about that one thing? That's like admitting the infidelity at this point. Because at first I was like almost sympathizing with you, being like, well, he didn't want to be in this marriage and he hated it. But then you're like, nah, I really tried. So that's just an affair.
Then why were you talking to me?
But I really thought that after that, they will leave us alone and we can be together.
So basically what Sumit is saying is, I tried really hard to make it work, and when it didn't, I was like, they'll finally leave us alone. I can now get married to you, you old hag. Let's do it. Come to India. You move in with me. Maybe they'll leave us alone. So he just expects all his problems to disappear like a David Blaine show or something. Every time something doesn't work out, he thinks if he just closes his eyes, it won't be there. That is the definition of someone who doesn't want to own up to any of their problems. And that is a problem in itself.
Do you feel that I love you?
Oh God, every single time something bad happens, she's like, what are we gonna do, Sumit? And he's like, dude, do I love you or not? And she's like, yes, but. And as soon as she says but, he pulls out some trick out of his ass.
You know, believe it or not, I'm not really a beggar. I'm actually a magic man.
Then she's back to, aww, every time.
And now I'm going back to nothing and having to start all over again. I should have thought about that, like what this could do to me.
Yeah, you should have. That's really true. You probably should have thought about what would have happened if Sumit the liar lied. You should probably have had a second plan the minute you knew he was a catfish. You should have. But you didn't. So, both of y'all taking L's on this.
I don't want to be with her. It's okay.
I don't know. Like, I can't say right now because this all's just happening. This is all just too new.
He's a romantic. I don't know what they're going to do. They can put me in jail, but I'm going to still loving you. I'll be there, baby. Right, great. Maybe stop by telling the truth, and then that'll be like the most romantic thing. And then maybe you could start with the other romantic stuff.
I'm going to be back in America.
I don't want that. I don't want Jenny to leave. I am ready to stand up I'm ready to fight.
Yeah, it's about friggin' time, bro. She's gonna leave. It's been 6 months of a 6-month visa. You had 6 months to do this. It's about time you stand up and fight, bro. I don't have a watch on. This is an analogy. Please fight.
But it's hard for me.
Oh my God.
To get divorced or get out of this marriage because my wife has to say yes for the divorce.
As all divorces work, the other person has to be like, yeah, I agree to that. And I'm completely in agreement in everything you've said. That's why we're divorcing, because we communicate so well. Damn, the rules are really certainly backwards in India there.
We'll probably never come back together again, but I still love him so much. I don't want to have to go back to America. I want us to stay together.
They're faced with a really tough situation. Jenny's visa is about to expire. She has to go back. She doesn't know if she wants to be with him, considering all the lies. And Sumit has to get a divorce. In order to do that, his wife has to agree to the divorce. And then he has to marry Jenny in order for her to stay in the country and work. So there's a lot of legal stuff that needs to happen for this relationship to work. And we're almost running out of time, and I don't know if they're going to make it or not. I'm very invested.
Now I have to leave. I'm devastated, heartbroken, but it's just hard for me to be mad at him because I love him.
Damn, I don't know what he done to you that made you love him so much, but I feel like if I told a girl that I had a wife for 2.5 years and also lied about everything and also said I'm going to put my parents first and also said that I have to get a yes from my wife to get a divorce and also said I quit my job to spend more time with you and then left her and also made her leave everything to come be with me. If she still wasn't that mad after everything, I feel like my sex game must be amazing or something because there's no other way that she would stay with me.
She's going back. That hurts a lot. Only way I'm able to come here see Jenny is that my brother dropped me here.
So Sumit managed to make his brother drive him to give him 1 more hour with Jenny alone, just in classic romantic lover fashion. Star-crossed paths, as we say. He's got 1 hour with the love of his life before he has to go home with his parents. This is just tragic.
I wish you would have told me, baby. I really do. I thought all we were hiding from was your parents. I didn't know there was a whole nother family.
And also, Sumit is hiding from himself at this point, so you might want to fix that one too.
What's going to happen to you?
When you're gone, then after that, it will be a lot of things I have to face.
When you're gone, just carry on. Don't want to rejoice at the sound of my voice. Just know that I'm looking down on you, smiling. Eminem.
I want to be with her. Just because of my lies, it's impacting your life. It's okay.
So for the first time, we see vulnerability and acceptance in Sumit, who says that it's all his fault and he knows this and he accepts responsibility, which is the first step. And he even cries, so he shows remorse, showing that he really is sorry for his actions. And of course, he still loves Jenny despite everything, showing that he does. So he's got 3 of the 4 things. The 4th thing is just communication and probably telling the truth and probably respecting the person. So that, if he gets that, they're going to have a great relationship. He's got everything else ready, on the go. This is a good man. He's just lacking that one thing.
Fix everything and make everything okay. Broken hearts kill people, you know that?
And at her age, just other things like gingivitis, gum disease, just waking up. There's a lot of things that might, I'm just saying, so you better work fast, on the clock, pro bono. Please, get that. This is like Romeo and Juliet. If Romeo married Juliet's mother, can we just please get to the place that we need to be, Sumit? Can you just get something happening? Do something. Show Jenny that you care.
We were making it at home for 2 people living happily. It's all my fault.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. I know Sumit's crying and it's very emotional, but the way Jenny drags the bag down as if it's a dead mafia hit member or something, that is just sad to the bag.
I did wrong.
I'm leaving now. I'm going.
Oh yeah, those are grandma's kisses again. Love that. They share one last embrace, and it's really, really sad, the fact that you can see how much they love each other. And you can only imagine if the person that you love was far away and they had to go, how absolutely heart-wrenching it must be to have that happen. So wow, I do feel it, I get it, but also Sumit lied a lot.
He's a good guy. Just please everybody know he's a good guy. It's not his fault. It's just he's Indian and he's in Indian culture.
It's not his fault. He's just Indian. Indian stuff, man. It's not his fault. It's just India as a country. It's their fault.
Just everybody believe that we love each other because it's true.
That's all I want to say.
Man, she goes out defending her mans too after he has a wife. This man could have another kid and she'd be like, it's okay, it's not his fault. Indian people just do that. And this is what happens. There's a lot of them in that country.
Now she's going. Now I have to just make this clear that I don't want to be with my wife. I want Jenny back in my life.
Damn, he rhymed it too. Yo, I don't want to be with my wife. I want Jenny back in my life. I'm tired of all this pain and strife. I'm ready to go down on her for life. You know what it is? Jenny, that's 60. I want a 69 with a 60-year-old. And I hate my wife. I know that I'm cold. Yes, Sumit. Oh, come on. You know what you need to do, Sumit, is like do some Bollywood gesture and turn up in America at the door. And then you just start like, you do something like really good, like how Bollywood does it. Maybe get your friends to like sing with you. I don't know. I don't know what you need to do, but you need a grand gesture to get her back into your life. It's romantic. This is a Bollywood movie that nobody's ever thought about because nobody thought old 60-year-old white lady gets with 30-year-old IT guy. Come on, man. This is a story waiting to happen.
And it won't be easy, I know that. But if I come this much far, I need to take more steps to get her back.
And that is how the episode ends. That's how the season 1 ends. He needs to take more steps to get her back. We don't know what happens. We're left on a cliffhanger. And the only way we can figure out what happens is at the tell-all, which you'll have to watch in my next video because this is entirely too long at this point. I'm sorry that you watched so many hours, but like a Bollywood movie, it's the same length. How did you feel about that? That is a classic love story between a man who catfished his to-be wife and then actually had a wife and then had to go against his family but didn't yet, but also married a 60-year-old or wants to marry a 60-year-old. He didn't yet, but he wants to. He just wants to be with someone twice his age and also twice his size. It's just, they need to cast Shah Rukh Khan as this guy, Sumit. And for Jenny, if Betty White was still around, they'd probably have that one. Yeah, rest in peace, Betty White, real G. That is the season. I hope you've enjoyed it. I cannot wait to see season 2. Like, I haven't watched it, but I cannot wait. I'm so invested in this now. This is like an episodic drama that I cannot wait to like watch the next episode of. I really think this is a good and bad relationship, but it's actually a lot of fun to see the good side as well. Unlike someone like Big Ed or something where it's just toxic most of the time. This has its pure moments, and when they come out, they really do shine. So I'd love to see where it goes. I can't wait, and I hope you watch it with me. If you stuck around till the end, thank you so much. You're truly a big baby, and if you're not subscribed yet, please consider doing so. I will see you on the next video. I hope you continue liking and telling me about the series. And like I said, 10,000 likes and I wear the Indian get up for the next one. Hope to see you there. Thank you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.
She ain't even gotta ask. She did a dash and bit it last. You know it dash.
I don't want to be with my wife. I want Jenny back in my life. I'm tired of all this pain and strife. I'm ready to go down on her for life. You know what it is? Jenny, that's 60. I want a 69 with a 60-year-old. And I hate my wife. I know that I'm cold.